And it's also amazing the difference between men and women, because I'd call like my guys or men who I rely on or people who I do business with, whatever. And they'd be like, don't worry, we got it. You just worry about you. We got it, we got it, we got it. You'd call the women, and the women in your life obviously have been depending on you while you're free. And they just start getting upset, crying. Oh, but what if you're there for years? And how will I pay for this? Or what's going to happen about this? Or what if, the kid? And, da-da-da. And all of their negative emotion, they're not cerebral enough to go, he's using his 20 minutes jail phone call.
Yeah.
And instead of making him happy, I'm just going to trauma dump him. Mm-hmm. And it's quite a surreal experience to be in a jail cell, counting the cockroaches on the roof, on a broken payphone, trying to convince some girl in the free world that she's going to be okay. You're like, you're playing the other side. You're like, don't worry, it's going to be fine. Yeah. And you're the therapist in the jail, which shows the reality of masculine versus feminine when things get hard anyway.
Yeah.
But that day I was particularly upset, but it wasn't about me. I never felt sorry for myself at any point. I never looked around at any point and said, oh, this is unfair. I can't believe this happened to me. Even though it is unfair, and even though it is a matrix attack, that's not a paradigm I operate under. I only looked around me and said, I need to get out of here because there's other things I have to do, and I'm worried about everyone else. I really wasn't that concerned. If you would have said to me when I was in jail, Andrew, you're going to be here for 10 years, but X amount of $1 million a month will be generated, and these people will be paid for, and this is the life they're all going to live, that I really would have been like, okay, and I would have done my time. It's concern for other people as opposed to over myself. I wasn't worried about me so much. And so, all in all, there's no light without dark. So I didn't feel sorry for myself. I understand you can't shine bright in the world without casting a shadow. And the shadow is where your enemies are going to attack from. And sometimes they'll get lucky and they'll hit you with a side swipe and you'll fall over and you're going to get back up. Mm-hmm. I never felt sorry for myself. It was the monumental responsibilities I had on my back and everyone else's panic around me. And you can also extrapolate that out towards life in general, where when I was only talking to Tristan or I was only talking to the strong people in my life, I felt fine. But as soon as I talked to someone who was weak, I felt bad. And you can also use that outside of jail.
Yeah, the power of environment.
100%.
Quality friends around you, quality support system.
And your circle.
Absolutely.
I